Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday and welcome to today's live. I just want to check that you can hear me all good. Hey, Sruthi. Lovely to see you. Just waiting for a few more people to join, but if you can just let me know if the sound's okay. I'm hoping everything is all good after I've had a week away due to some technical glitches, which I'm hoping are now all resolved. But I hope everyone is doing well. If you're joining me live or if you're watching this on the replay, I go live every Monday and Friday, offering guidance and answers to your questions, channeling spirits messages for you. Hey Sruthi, hey Positive Bear, Ivo, lovely to see you here. Sruthi, everything is good. Ivo says audio is good. Awesome, awesome. So I'm really happy to be back. I hope everyone has been okay this week. Yeah, managed to resolve all the technical issues. Laptop had to be sent away for a week, but so far so good. So let's get into it. I'm using the Gypsy Fair Tarot today. Hey Namira, lovely to see everyone. It's felt like a really long week that I've been off. Felt longer than so it's good to be back. Sruthi, my love, you are first. And so let's get into it. Sruthi asks, oh, I've got some of these Nightbot messages. Before I start, I'm just going to cancel that one. Hey, Philia. It's good to be back, Philia. Just a few teething issues. 1 second whilst I how's everyone been doing? What's been happening in this week off that I've missed you guys? News updates? Let me know in the chat. There we go. All sorted. So Sruthi, my love, this is for you. And Sruthi asks, what is coming towards me in March? Yes, as we enter March energies, 2nd of March. Let's see what is coming for you, Sruthi, in this month. How funny. Wands, Sruthi, we know the Wands era is happening. Now I'm going to ask a clarifying card for this, but the energy of the Knight of Wands, fast moving, kicking up the dust, change, following your heart's desires, passions, movement without thinking, so not overthinking. What I want to check if this is also incorporating someone else's energy. If this is someone coming towards you, or is this the energy that you need to embody? Okay, so this does feel like someone else's energy, because we do have the Knight of Cups as well, which is about an offering of love and romance, emotions. Almost looks like these knights are heading in two different directions though as well. It's almost like following your heart or following the action, doesn't it? Okay, let's keep going. Oh my God. Sruthi. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. I feel like this has to be some kind of suitor that is coming in. So I don't know if you're actively looking for a connection, for romance. I know that's something in the past that you wanted to happen, but maybe has been put on the back burner, that you've released that. But that seems to be the focus of March. I don't think this is, I feel like this is opportunities with connections with other people. So potentially, you know, more than one person as well, each with their own obviously unique energetic signature. We've got 3 knights here. This definitely feels like a love opportunity, a connection opportunity with, you know, more than one opportunity. So March is probably a prosperous time. Obviously, we have to put ourselves in the energetic slipstream, yeah, of meeting, of having a connection, of meeting with someone, if that's what we want. We have to put ourselves in situations where we can cross paths with someone, yeah? As in, we can't just, well, not to say never, but it's kind of the chances are less if we're, you know, not leaving home and someone would have to come and kind of knock on our door to meet that connection. So basically, advice being to, you know, be social, say yes to social events in March, say yes to invitations, whatever ways there are that dating is available. I feel like March could be a really good opportunity and chance of that's what the focus, that's what the energy is bringing. Sruthi says, since you said he will find me, I've surrendered the soulmate connection to the universe. Okay. So this taking the pressure off and releasing that pressure can certainly help bring this person towards you, so we're not hyper focused or in a lax state of mind. But all these nights, this is like a very strong message from the universe. I feel like that someone, more than one person, will be coming towards you and reaching out this month. They're all reaching out, yeah. The Knight of Pentacles moving forward is more of a grounded, shy, energetic signature in a way. Someone who you can rely on. The Knight of Cups, obviously ruled by the element of water, more heart on their sleeve. And then this Knight of Wands, this fiery energy of someone charging in. Doesn't necessarily have to be 3 different people specifically like that, but I do think we are seeing more than one person and multiple people trying to connect with you in this way. So just say yes to events, to opportunities that come your way this March, but I suspect that some kind of connection will come towards you. Exciting. Good cards indeed. Thank you, Namira, for moderating. Much appreciated. So, Philia, you are next, my love. Hey Country, nice to see you there, by the way. I saw Country. So Philia asks, could you help me gain deeper clarity about my connection with Eric? Certainly. Whether it's a karmic connection, a soulmate, a twin flame, soul contract, or something else. Let's have a look. Just let me know that you're here, Philia. Tell me, Spirit, about this connection between Philia and Eric. So Six of Pentacles is a kind of a mirroring energy. If you see, these scales are both balanced, and the Six of Pentacles is about balance, and it is about equal give and take, equal reciprocity, which I think has come up a lot between you and Eric, that despite the complicated and complex situation, there is a mirroring of feelings here. So your depth of feeling is reflected in them and vice versa, yeah? I actually feel like this is your energy here. This is you and Eric. And I feel like as well that this energy of this person is not literally a kind of a person, but is more a representation of really looking for higher guidance about the way through this. Like if you have a connection with prayer, meditation, with God, universe, whoever you pray to, it's almost like it needs to be surrendered to the universe, much like Shruti said that she surrendered her wish for a connection, a love connection, and that they would find her at the right time, and giving that over to God. And I feel like that in some ways that you need to do that with with Eric, there's a lot of overthinking, there's a lot of angst there's a lot of maybe why have we found each other, why have we got this connection, despite, you know, these the difficult circumstances of maybe not being able to be together. Maybe you are very similar in personality or similar in your soul path. There is a real ease between you both, and I think that's because there is similarities there. And it's not like in a lot of connections, it can be that someone may feel the stronger emotion than the other, and that can be a source of pain, for example. But it's almost like the issues that don't lie with you two, it's more circumstantial. The feelings, the emotions, the kind of soul match, soul mate comes to mind. It's good between you two. The issue isn't there, it's external things, yeah, and how you've met and the time in your life that you met. I'll pull one more. We do mirror each other, says Philia. We have so many things in common. Yeah, exactly. Like you maybe have the same outlook on life. There is something about, yeah, it's just like when you meet someone and it's easy to be with them, they have similar outlook. So that would suggest as well, sometimes with that strong sense of familiarity, if I can say that word, and being so similar, it can be, I often think that indicates a past life connection and that you've been here before. Sometimes it can feel like when you meet this person as well, for say if you go back to when the first time that you met, maybe you feel like you already knew this person. That could be a big sign of that you've met before in a previous life, if you believe in that, which I do. It's slow moving. Knight of Pentacles is a real connection, something genuine, something grounded in reality. Knight of Pentacles isn't fluffy, isn't dreamy. It's very real, it's very tangible. The question, the doubt is not in the connection. Okay, the feelings, like consistently, the feelings have come up where Eric feels strongly for you. It's obvious that you feel that way for them too. We must surrender the situation to God at this point if we don't know the way forward. And the way forward through this is just step by step. Try not to jump too far ahead. Try not to give loads of energy. I know this is easier said than done, angsting over this. We just have to be patient. We just have to take it slow. We just have to take it step by step. Whatever the next, put one foot in front of the other and see where it takes us, yeah? And kind of just know and understand that this connection is real and it's equal, it's mirrored, it's balanced, and the issues that you are facing are, like I say, circumstantial. I hope that resonated. For anyone new here, if you would like to be considered for a reading, just click the link in the pinned comment and you'll be added to a list. All the guidance is on the form where the link takes you. Hey, my style. Tia Bea, my love, are you here? Thanks, my style. Yeah, Amal, please click the link in the pinned comment if you'd like to be considered. All the guidance is on the form. You're welcome, Philia. Love and light to you. Yes, long time no see, my style. I had to miss a week because of my laptop broke down. Apparently it was a broken cable in the computer. If anyone's interested. I'm not sure. Tia Bea, I'm not sure if I've seen Tia Bea actually. Tia, give me a shout if you're here. Samreen. Tia Bea, Samreen. I've seen Eco7, who is coming up soon. We've got Namira. Amal's not listening. Right, Namira, my love. I will. Yeah, laptop totally just went kaput. But it seems okay now. I don't think TB is here. If she is, I'll read for her after Namira. But Namira, let's read for you, my love. So Namira says, we have been patient. Hey, Eco. Thanks for letting me know you're here. Namira says, we have been patient with my Corinne and her children, yes, but even after her mediation with the other neighbour, the noise is going on and on. Oh no. Today we again, because there was a shift in the energy last time that we read, wasn't there, Namira? But it seems like you've taken a step back. Today we again made a complaint to the landlord and local authority. What is going on with them? They cannot stop the noise. It's so hard to stay calm. Yeah, I really hope she will move because she maybe needs another house where there is space for her and 3 children. Yeah. Let's have a look. All these cards are falling out. Oh, this card was going to jump out and then I put it back in and it's come back out. Queen of Wands. This is a message for you, Namira, to the Queen of Wands. I'm going to cast some clarifying cards, but I mean, she's having to work hard at being calm, is what I first see. She's got her companion next to her, so I don't know if that's someone. It can be an actual animal, maybe someone who's close to you, or a spirit. The black cat represents, to me as well, a kind of connection to spirit and to the other side, and your connection to God, the power of prayer. In this situation, like, that's the only kind of relief and way to stay calm, I think, in such a kind of disruptive, intense environment, to meditate, to pray, to ask God as well for help, or to at least give you that peace to get through this. But also the Queen of Wands is very direct and is advocating for herself, which you've done, Namira. Like, you've done everything on your side. And as we know, all you can do is go through the channels of the landlord, of the authorities. That's the only kind of power and route that you have. Let's see what's going on with yes, I talk and pray to the spirits. Good. Let's see what's going on with Corinne. I mean, this problem goes deeper, goes bigger than, I know it's been going on for a long time, about her needing to be more in control of her kids, yeah, and that she's not, like you say, maybe she needs to be in somewhere that's in less close proximity to, you know, other neighbours and such like that, and this many people. Here's Corinne. She's kind of checked out, yeah. It's like there's these 4 swords, which is, it's almost like, I always see this card, it's about, it can be, the light side of it is that it's like rest, relaxation, taking time out to avoid burnout. But the shadow side, which I think feels more relevant to Corinne's situation, is, you know, that she's kind of checked out. She is floundering, she's drowning, and she's almost just waiting for these swords to fall. I feel like she knows that that something not good is coming, or that more pressure is coming, that maybe she'll have to move, etc., and that she can't find her way out of this, and she's in some ways just waiting for things the other shoe to drop, you know, waiting for these knives to drop. And she's kind of given up, kind of shut down, doesn't know maybe how to handle the kids, and this is something that she's always struggled with, if she's on her own, if she hasn't got help, if she's isolated, and just struggling with parenthood, yeah. But I do feel like that she's kind of emotionally and practically kind of checked out of this, and is just waiting for the tower to fall, yeah. And what's the future? What's gonna, because we see here you being strong, working hard to stay calm, advocating for yourself. We see Corinne's energy. She's kind of crashed out. What's coming, Spirit? Where are the roads leading? Nine of Wands tells us to continue to fight. So despite all the stresses, I think this aligns with you because it's Wands energy. We just have to keep plugging in, keep fighting, even though we feel very burnt out, we feel exhausted, we feel tired. The 9 Namira is close to the 10, so this is hopeful to me that you are nearing the end of some change. Yeah, but we must stick in there and keep pushing, keep fighting. So keep making noise about this yourself, like keep making the complaints known. Don't let this go quiet. Yeah, don't go quietly. Continue to complain, continue to push for change. This is unacceptable. She'll have to be moved on, etc., if she doesn't get on top of this, which I don't see happening. I feel like the change that needs to happen is that she needs to move to somewhere more suitable. So the 9 of Wands, even though it's acknowledging your struggle in the mirror that you are feeling, this is a battle. Yeah, you are battle worn, you are tired, you are weary, but the only way is through. We have to not take our foot off the gas and keep pushing. 10 of Wands, which is the next step, is when we can release the burden. We can close this chapter. The cycle does come to an end. Okay. I hope that resonated. So Amal, just read the guidance in the form. So I don't do yes no questions, Amal. So you've asked, will Farid send a message tonight when he sees her online to resolve the understanding? So I don't do yes no questions. I also read intuitively, so you would need to give me background. What is the connection between, if it's you and Farid, or Farid, sorry, however correct pronunciation. What is the connection between you? Is this an ex? Are you in a relationship? But also I don't do yes no questions. So read all the guidelines to be considered. If it's yeah, I'll leave it there. Hey Positive Bear, you are on the list, my love, don't worry. So Eco 7, my love, this is for you. Eco 7 asks, last year my good friend has left the country, and it seems like a cycle. Living in overseas, that the people I truly connect will come and go. Will I meet a new long-term friend this year? Just let me know that you're here, Eco 7. Just to make everyone aware as well, so I don't do general readings. So Sonali, just read the form guidance, please, if you've submitted a question. I don't do general readings, so I don't do yes, no, timeline, general readings. Hey, Eco. My star says this happens to all of us. Let's have a look at Meeting a new connection, meeting a new friend this year. A real connection, you know, that deep connection. Lots of knights today. I would say yes, there will be an offering of friendship. The knights are always an offering of sorts. And Pentacles is really nice energy. It's genuine. It's grounded. I feel like the word trust comes to mind, which is incredibly important in friendships. Can be slow moving with Knight of Pentacles. It's a slow burn. So it can be maybe that you would meet someone and yeah, you'll just slowly, it will be something that will slowly grow. Like maybe that you won't see a lot of each other straight away. You might see each other intermittently, but there will be a connection that is made. It feels kind of this could be their energetic signature. Someone who's quite reserved, someone who is very considerate, but someone who's maybe you are cautious now, but their energy can be quite restrained and cautious as well. They're not someone who jumps in. And this feels like a different energy. This feels like someone new. This feels like maybe it's an acquaintance and a connection that can deepen or become stronger. The Queen of Wands energy is someone who is a very strong character, okay? They are someone who has a big personality. This may be someone that you've crossed paths with before that comes back into your life as well. There's a double message here though as well about maybe with connections and friendships as well, to make sure, like the Queen of Wands is someone who is very dynamic and takes control of the situation. So to really kind of be quite forthcoming with the search for friendships, and when opportunities arise to not hold back, to kind of take some risks. Yeah. I'm going to pull one more card just to clarify this Queen of Wands, because I feel like it's a double message. It's a message for you, but I also feel like this can be someone else's energy also coming through for you. Justice. So getting what you want, I would see this is like a fair and good outcome. Things feel more balanced maybe in the area of friendship this year. Justice is about a good and fair outcome for you. So essentially really getting what you want. So this is always a great card to see. So like I say always, like do your part, take risks, put yourself out there. If you are someone maybe who holds back or is reserved as well, to kind of push yourself out of that comfort zone. But I see two energies here really specifically meeting. This person is definitely new and is a slow burn. This person I feel like could be someone maybe who you've had past connections with, who becomes more prevalent and an important figure in your life. Even an old friendship that is reignited. This is someone, if you resonate with this energy, if you recognize it, a strong character, a big personality, kind of powerhouse, a queen. Hope that resonated. So yeah, Amal, please just read the instructions, and all the guidance about how I read is in the chat, and it's also in the form. Okay? Okay, so my style, you are next, my love. Oh, hello, Geeta. Lovely to see you. I'm good. Nice to see you. Okay, so my style asks, what kind of partner am I currently attracting into my life with my current energy? Let's have a look. I'm glad you found us, Geeta. Back to normal schedule every Monday and Friday. Now we're back. Okay, my style, my style. What partner are you attracting? Lovely. You are putting out just the right energy. My style. 10 of Pentacles. What a positive omen. What a positive message. 10 of Pentacles is the ideal. It's really about holding that vision to not settling. 10 of Pentacles is whatever your happily ever after really kind of looks like. But it's a very abundant card and it's a very stable energy. So it's about, it can be about financially being well off as well, and that can be one of the check boxes of the what your partner is bringing to the table is actually financial abundance, because this is very much along the lines of, you know, having the car, having the career, the marriage, the kids. You know, it's very, if that, you know, that's the very traditional kind of happily ever after, but this is, so whatever your version looks like, but the 10 is the kind of pinnacle, the end goal. So you are attracting just the right kind of energy that you, so whatever you're doing, keep doing that. Okay, my style. So I don't know how it feels to you about if you are kind of actively manifesting what you are putting out into the universe, if that resonates with you, but the universe is saying this is what you're attracting, this is what is coming towards you. It couldn't really be a clearer or better or more positive message. So we've got the Hanged Man, which is maybe it's a major arcana. Like if you are feeling stuck, maybe you are feeling, you know, I'm putting out my manifestation, but it's difficult waiting. Okay, and it is difficult waiting. It can be a period of where doubt creeps in, where frustration keeps in, and we have to just keep surrendering. Yeah, the Hangman is really about acceptance, about where we are, trusting in divine timing, trusting that, you know, not putting our life on hold until our person arrives really, but continuing to live our life and to focus on what is already here and what is happening. And it's a shift in perspective. So instead of maybe focusing on the why aren't they here yet, we can reimagine that and saying this waiting period is actually getting me ready and my partner ready, so we're in the perfect state of mind and the right emotional state to when we do meet each other, that it's going to be just right and we're going to be able to achieve this 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, so that's always the message of the Hangman. It's trying to embrace how things are now and have a shift of perspective. There's nothing practically or nothing that you necessarily have to do differently, which just like the universe says, you're kind of doing it right, what you're doing. If you need to tweak anything, it's just a bit more about surrendering and acceptance that now the waiting is not bad. We're not waiting, we're just living, trying to live in the now, yeah. Easy to say, you know, harder to do for sure. Yes, keep surrendering. You're welcome, my style. Positive Bear, are you here? Hey, Anshuman. Hey, Positive Bear. Let me post your question. Okay, so Positive Bear says, will I be healed and happy? Lately things are very messy. I want to be healed and happy and at peace. Anything in particular, Positive Bear, that you want to share with us more about that? Obviously just share what you feel comfortable, but when you say messy, is this love? Is this money? Is this work? What is your main source of pain, yeah? Hey Tia, yeah, I'm sorry my love, we called your name but you weren't here. You were right near the top of the list. Catch me on Friday if you can, Tia. Okay. Relationships are hurting, okay. Is that love, romance, or is this family? Work is stressful, so a bit of everything. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is like when we've worked hard. You're a university student, okay. You've worked hard to get where you are, Positive Bear, okay. And the Four of Pentacles is like some hard-won security. So after lots of ups and downs, kind of what you have, it's not, it's almost like Four of Pentacles is like just enough. It's hard-won security. We want more, but we're also scared of losing the security that we have because maybe we've had disappointments or we've been hurt in the past. Now, this card does encourage really us to actually take more risks, Positive Bear. So to continue, even if you've had rejections or setbacks, or like you say, things have felt messy, to kind of maybe get more clarity, we need to take more risks and face things head on. Do things, go places, meet new people, broaden our horizons. Or it can be about, so it can be risks in that way, or it can be emotional risks. So going out of our comfort zone, you know, having those difficult conversations, trying to gain clarity by speaking our truth, speaking out. Because in order to get to the Ten of Pentacles, which is that happiness that you say that you seek and want, yeah, and deserve, we have to take some risks to get there. There we go. Knight of Wands, more risks. Knight of Wands is about taking action and not waiting for everything to be perfect, not letting rejection set us back, not waiting for the right time, the perfect time. That perfect time will never come. But it's about making change, taking action, kicking up the dust. Create the change coming from us. So not waiting for someone to instruct us or to wait for the opportunity. It's about getting out there and doing everything that we can to kick up the dust and make change happen. Which again backs up this kind of message about taking risks. So get out there, whatever that means to you, Positive Bear, okay? If it means looking for new work, if work is not good, looking for new relationships, new people to connect with, seeking out change, saying yes to new things, actively seeking out change and disruption. There's something about this energy that can be quite stuck, which is understandable if we've taken risks and they've not paid off, they've backfired, they haven't worked out. We haven't done anything wrong in taking that risk, it didn't work out. And then Spirit is kind of saying what we have to do, literally get back on the horse and get back out there. Don't be deterred by that, don't be put off by that. Okay, I'll leave it there. Country, my love, are you here, my dear? Hopefully Country is still here. You're welcome. Hey Country. Okay, let's get into it. So Country says, I've been feeling a pull to move from the property my dad set up for me. It's a bit toxic. Okay. What's the energy surrounding this move? I don't want to disappoint him nor seem unappreciative, but I just want peace and stability. Yes, 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 Country. The year of the fire horse is all about putting our needs first, Country. So anyway, let's see what the cards say. But peace and stability, particularly in our home life, is so important. Yeah, so important. It's our sacred space, it's our sanctuary. Yeah. Let's have a look at the energy around this move. Ooh. Major Arcana. So a big deal, yeah? Maybe like you say, the connection, the relationship with your dad, like it's not an easy move to make, or maybe not an easy conversation to have. But the Hierophant is about... The Hierophant has a kind of mentor energy. I'm wondering if you have any help with this. Is this something that or if you can seek any help with this? The Hierophant is about doing things by the book, like not doing anything rash, but we just take things step by step. Yeah. So we start, putting the feelers out which I don't know what stage you're at country yet about the move, but you know, putting feelers out to see what's out there, house wise, moving out wise, what opportunities you have. And also maybe with your dad kind of approaching it in, or presenting it to them in a kind of matter-of-fact way, taking the kind of emotion out of it and just presenting it to them as facts, that, you know, you kind of just want your own space for X, Y, Z. You know, as we get older, as we go through life, that it's natural and understandable and normal to have our own space, and that's what we want. You know, there's no reason. Oh, he passed, but he left the heir property for us. Okay. His siblings are toxic though, so I'm considering leaving it behind and moving somewhere more peaceful. Okay. That changes things. Maybe this is your dad's energy coming through from the other side, you know, and that he is your mentor guiding you through this. What I would say though is, because this is about doing things step by step the right way, and I'm wondering if that involves, obviously I can't really advise you on this, but about financial and legal issues, not to lose your stake in that. I wonder if that's where the Hierophant has come through as well. That it's saying like, can we do this? Can we do this officially? Because I don't want you to just, if there is some financial gain, for you to just walk away from that. Let me know. Maybe this is your dad's energy trying to protect you, trying to guide you. I don't know if you sense him, if you can feel that. I would say you may come to regret that country. Just, I understand it being toxic now, but just walking away and losing out on something that could be life-changing, I don't know how much is at stake, but you're staking it. So can we check out legally where we stand? Do you have to live there to keep your stake in it? Can you, you know, take the money out, if that makes sense, your share? I've forgotten what that's called when you take your money out of the house value, say, for example. That's it. Yeah. No, I know there's not financial gain in walking away. I'm saying I don't want you to miss out on what is your right, your money in that property. I feel like if you leave and just walk away, then you will miss out on that. So I would look at routes, definitely, plans. Don't share it with them if it's toxic. Don't communicate this, but find out your legal rights if you haven't already. And like you say, let them buy you out. Like I say, the Hierophant says don't do anything rash. So emotionally it may be tough now, it may be toxic, but if you just leave, then you don't want to throw anything away, give up your rights for anything. Yeah, that makes sense. One more please, Spirit, and then we'll move on. Knight of Wands. So this is about just taking action in those first steps to actually find out the full picture, where you stand if you haven't already, country. Okay, start making moves to make this happen. I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to leave, to make this move, but to do it the right way. Yeah, not rashly, but instead the legal way, the step-by-step way. We're going by the rule book. But there is also this kind of Knight of Wands, almost a sense of urgency about doing that. So sooner rather than later, yeah? Find out your rights, find out where you stand, make an informed decision. Don't share it with them if there's toxicity. Don't make yourself vulnerable until you know all your rights and your legal and the next step. But if it feels toxic now, it's probably most likely only going to get more toxic. Yeah. So there is a sense of sooner rather than later. Okay, I'll leave it there, country. Keep us posted. Okay, Devea, my dear, are you here? Devea, Devea, Devea. You're welcome, country. I'm not sure if Devea is here. Devea, Devea, Devea. There we go. Devea's here. So Devea asks, I had to move 4 times in the last 3 months. That's crazy, Devea. My current situation is not working out either. Oh no, because of some noisy neighbours. What does this mean for me? Any advice? That sounds incredibly stressful, Devea. Ten of Swords, worn out, weary. Ten of Swords. Now, the silver lining with the Ten of Swords, because Ten of Swords is, this has been, obviously I don't know the ins and outs of what have led to so many moves, but the Ten of Swords can even be a card about betrayal, about loss, disappointment, you know, trial and out, trying these things, it not working out, maybe being messed around by people who you thought you could trust or rely on. Now, the Ten of Swords does say, the silver lining, that the worst is over. So the Ten of Swords draws somewhat of a line under this situation, and we can begin a new cycle with an ace. Yeah. So you've been through what looks to be like a very difficult time, Devea. Stressful, series of disappointments after disappointments. And of course, that is going to make you feel weary, worn out, low mood. But know that the worst is over, okay? So what comes next? What's the advice, Spirit? What can we do next? Do we need to move on again? You know, it's not right where you are now. It's noisy. Oh, Two of Cups. A connection somewhere for you to land, okay? Two of Cups, a positive connection, a union. So it doesn't have to be about a romantic connection, this Two of Cups. It can just be about connecting with someone or with something. So the right home, the right move. And I feel like really, excuse me, however difficult it is, but it's like we have to keep moving, because now, if you know, now is not right for you. But it's kind of saying, but it is out there, and it does suggest that the end is close, you know. So maybe this is the last negative experience in a house move, and there is something much more positive on the horizon here. This Two of Cups to me is about a match. Yeah, finally kind of making that connection. It's like finding the right job, finding the right person, for you, finding the right home. So it's very difficult what you've been through, but this is a card, a message of hope. The end to this kind of period of suffering is near, and there is the Two of Cups. The right place for you to be, the right place for you to land is incoming. I hope that resonated. Oh, hey Danny. The Natural Way Co. Awesome. I'll check that out after. I'll check out your page after. Anyone, if you want to be considered for a reading, click the link in the pinned comment. I just read who I'm drawn to, so it's not a guarantee reading. Okay. Geeta, this is for you, my love. Devay says, thank you. It has been a stressful and difficult, a series of disappointments, Devaya. But Two of Cups was a card of hope. Hey Melissa, thanks for filling out the form. So I just read who I'm drawn to. Just so you're aware, it's not a guaranteed reading to fill out the form, but obviously that's the process to be considered. Thank you for doing that. Geeta, 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 this is for you, my dear. So Geeta asks, dear, what's going on between me and Prem? He said he's missing you. Okay. And he only loves me. He said he didn't think any other girls, even in his dreams, only loves me. I'm happy to hear this from him. Absolutely. Well, that is good to hear. Thanks, Melissa. Thanks, Theon. Is it Theo? Sorry, Theo. Let's have a look for Geeta. The energy between you and Prem. Justice. Positive, fair outcome. The scales of justice will balance, because I know that you've had your ups and downs, Geeta, okay? So maybe getting this feedback from Prem, I mean, how has that made you feel? It feels that surely is a positive thing, yeah? Happy to hear that, so that we feels like we are justice, like I say, is a fair and happy outcome. It's the outcome that we desire, the outcome that we want. It's a major arcana, which also says that, you know, this is important, this is a big deal, this has powerful energies, yeah? So we're going in the right direction. It feels like there is a shift. This is positive that he's giving you this feedback. Queen of Wands. So continue to speak your truth. The Queen of Wands has come up a few times today. She is someone who feels things deeply, feels things passionately, and one of her biggest skills is that she is a very powerful advocate for herself and doesn't wait for people to tell her how things are going to go. She is really driving, you know, in the driving seat. She is the captain of the ship. So you're fighting and getting back together again, okay? So in that case, the Queen of Wands, I mean, those words, what came to me, you know, continue to advocate for yourself, Gita. Continue to speak out and continue to ask for what you want and be direct. In a way, like, you need to let Prem know how it's going to go. Yeah, regain some control. Maybe you feel like you've lost some control with lots of arguing, getting back together. It can feel very chaotic, but we do have that balance will be restored, that things will settle, that justice will be done. So this is positive. This feels very positive. This justice card. How we get to that destination is by bringing our Queen of Wands energy. So you really need to kind of get back into control and set the tone and tell them how it needs to be. So maybe if things are begin to escalate with arguments, maybe you can take a step back. Maybe you can protect your energy, protect your peace, and be more just assertive and say, like, you know, I don't want to get into another argument, and have the goal of protecting your peace and trying to create peace in this union. So lead by example. But ultimately, with this justice card, it says that it is possible to get there. And notice that this Queen of Wands has got her eyes closed, and that to me is kind of in this reading jumping out to me. She's in a kind of meditative state. Yeah, she's in a peaceful place. She's gone within. She's tapped in, tuned into her power. And she's staying calm despite what is going on around her. And I think that is the guidance, that is the advice for you, okay? The outcome is that the balance will be restored. Peace can be restored in this union, but you need to embody your Queen of Wands energy in order to get there. You need to set the tone for that peace, yeah? Don't engage in those arguments. Don't engage in the conflict. Okay, Anshuman, my love, this is for you. Give me a shout if you're here, Anshuman, still. Right, I'm going to do 4 more. I will post the last list now of who I'm going to read for, okay? So if you're here, this is who I'm going to read for, and then I'll end the live there. Anshuman is first, if he's here. I'm not sure if he's still here. Yeah, we'll move on. So Melissa, if you were here, my dear. Melissa, Melissa, Melissa. Oh, Anshuman is here. Okay. Hey, Melissa. Yeah, I'll read for, no worries. So Melissa, I'm going to read for Anshuman, then I'll read for you. So just hang on. I've got your question here. Okay, so Anshuman asks, what does Spirit want to tell me about my energies which are in chaos and conflict? So Anshuman, is this in any particular area? Is this in, like I say, always give me context, give me detail. It allows you to have a more meaningful reading. So is this love? Is this work? Is this studies? Where is this chaos and conflict? we need to elaborate more, Ranchman, on that. But whilst we're waiting for you to do that, first thing that pops out with both these cards. So you've got the Three of Pentacles, which is about collaboration, teamwork. It's about, what came through to me was, you can't get through this period on your own, Anshuman. I feel like you need to rely and reach out on to your people, to your team, who are your loved ones, who are your confidants, who are the people that will tell you the truth and be honest to you about a situation. That's what Team of Pentacles is. The message to me that I always hear is, work it out, work it through. Okay, it's going to take time, it's going to take effort, because it's Pentacles. You've got two Pentacles, you've got both these cards of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is about being patient and taking your time, taking it step by step. So we need to, with this chaos and conflict that you're experiencing, we need to slow down. So maybe you're going too fast. I know that historically that you are someone who does move fast, who maybe has rushes into things. So let's slow it down. Let's get centered. Let's regroup. Let's get really still, okay, and get centered. And also here, we need to not try and do this on our own. So we need to ask for help, lean on our friends and family, share by, talking, share your burdens, whatever they are. And this will help get you ground. It's all very grounding energy, because it's all Pentacles, which when we are faced with chaos and conflict, that's what we need to go to. We need to get grounded, and we need to lean on the people that keep us grounded, that tell us maybe the harsh truths, that tell us, the people that we can really solidly rely on. Okay. Thanks for waiting, Melissa. This is for you next. Okay, so Melissa asks, what are Joe's current thoughts about me? Going through a hard time, and I don't know if he's been distanced because of work or a third party or both. Okay, so is this is a relationship, an ex, or just tell me? So you say 11 years, went through a really hard rough patch. So this is a partnership, yeah, Melissa, just to confirm. But you've been together 11 years, you've been through a difficult patch. There's a bit of a delay in the chat, so I'm just going to wait for Melissa to comment. Oh, 5 kids together. Okay, Melissa. Let's see what's going on, okay? Let's see Joe's energy, because that's what you say. So, what are Joe's current thoughts about you? This distance that you're feeling, yeah? Where's he at? Page of Swords. Interesting. Page of Swords is someone, I think, who they're kind of seeking clarity themselves. Swords is about speaking our truth, and it's about clarity, and it's about cutting through the noise in a way, or the muddiness, the messiness, yeah, the lack of clarity. And this has got a very, like, if you see, it's kind of connecting to this pure energy that feels like truth. Now, Page of Swords is when we're we want to talk, we've got something to say, but we're not quite there yet. We're not quite ready to say it, or we're waiting for the right time, or we're doing a lot of thinking. Can even go into overthinking. But this Page of Swords, if you see, they're using their sword of truth here to connect to their truth, what they want to say to you, what their feelings are about this situation, about whatever the difficulties that you are currently facing. I'm going to keep going. I'm just starting to see repeating stuff, and it might just be in my head. I mean, it's been rough. It's probably not in your head, Melissa. It's probably, you know, we need to tap in and trust our intuition. When was the last time that you had a proper kind of sit down conversation and hash things out? It might be something that you do, or are you due a kind of, is that possible to sit down and have an honest, clear, if not maybe tough conversation? Four of Cups, someone in this connection is feeling kind of rejected, yeah? That there has been some disappointments here. We've got Four of Cups is when, like you say, it's been rough, that you've had setbacks, you've had disappointments, you've had maybe heartbreak, heartache. But the Four of Cups is, this may be you. Maybe you feel rejected. Maybe you feel pushed out, or feel understandably kind of hung up on those disappointments and those losses. This ultimately is a hopeful card, that it says that there is a fourth cup, there is a way through this. You don't have to rush yourself past these you don't have to rush yourself past these emotional feelings of feeling disappointment and loss. But it is hopeful to say that there is a fourth cup and there is a way forward through this. You try to have a conversation, but you get so mad so fast. Well, that's not good, Melissa. If we can't communicate, if we can't talk our way through this, then that's a problem, yeah? You're feeling rejected, you're feeling denied. What's the advice? Is there a way, I mean, if you feel like you need to talk, I mean, this is a bit of a curveball. I don't know if they would be open to this, but about being able to talk in a structured environment, like therapy, couples therapy. You know, you've got 5 kids together, you've got 11 years together. You know that we're deep in there with this commitment and this connection. But if we can't talk, you're telling me you're feeling completely denied. You're not able to have a conversation without him getting mad. You know, you're in a very difficult position, Melissa. Sometimes couples therapy, if that's something that you can seek out, having that mediator there can be incredibly, can be life-changing, you know, or therapy on a one-to-one can be life-changing. If he's not up for it, maybe that's something that you could pursue, because it sounds like these problems, you know, I can certainly see what the tarot says here, but it sounds like these are big problems to work through, yeah? It's not to say that change can't happen, but there is a job at hand. Final message, please, Spirit. Final message. Seven of Cups. There is still love here. There is still potential here. Seven of Cups is about choices and decisions, next steps, what we're going to do. And the Seven of Cups is like, there's different opportunities, there's different ways forward, there's different ways forward through this. The Seven of Cups, though, does tell us that we have to be realistic and not just hope and dream, if that makes sense, and maybe be slightly slip into delusion that maybe everything will work out, and just kind of hope for the best. The Seven of Cups is about really kind of getting real with yourself, about steps forward, about what change needs to happen and how we're going to do that. So I'm a Scorpio and he's an Aries. Does he still want this to work? I feel like he is building, like I say, if we look here, he's preparing, he has got something to say. Like you say, he's not the best communicator, so he finds that aspect difficult, but I feel like he does want to share a truth with you. And he wants that, we started off this reading with that he does want to have clarity in this connection and does want resolution. And there is hope here with these cups. This is about love, romance. There is depth of feeling here. But the message is that, you know, maybe finding external help with therapy could be a way forward, or we do need to find a way to communicate in some way in order to get through this. It's understandable that you are feeling hurt and you're in a difficult spot because you're feeling denied and rejected. We need to be prudent with our next steps and our next decisions. This is something we need to find a way through this. It isn't just magically going to get better. I feel like we need to find a way to communicate, to heal. Only you know, I guess, in your heart of hearts, Melissa, about what that looks like and what will work for you and them. There is still love here, though. Okay, I'll leave that there for now. Okay. So, is Yagma here? We have Yagma. Let me know who's still here. This is on the last on the list. So we have Yagma. Hey Yagma. Theo and then Danny. You're welcome, Melissa. Keep us posted, yeah? Thanks for moderating, Geeta and Namira. I appreciate it. Hey, Danny. So I'll read for you after Theo, who Theo's here as well. Okay, so Yagma says, please, hold on. I've posted the wrong question. This is Yagma's question. Okay, Yagma says, after 2.5 months of no contact, I've reached out to Jay. We talked for a bit, but after him asking me, so what, you want to start talking again, he has been silent. Okay, can I ask why he has gone silent? Let's have a look. Their energy is not in a great place. Ten of Swords is someone who has been through some kind of pain and suffering. I don't know how much that they've shared with you, Yagma, if they've shared that with you at all. But this is someone who has, you know, had big disappointments, you know, being betrayed, Ten of Swords is big pain that really kind of hits us where we're hurt, yeah, almost like old wounds being reactivated as well, triggered. So like I say, I don't know how much they've shared with you, but this is where they're at now, which explains why they've gone silent. They're not in a place right now to pursue this connection, maybe, yeah. The timing feels off, because they're here, yeah. Now I always say the silver lining of the Ten of Swords is that the worst is over. They can begin to heal now. So it can be a timing issue, Yagma, that we need to wait this one out for them to recover, for them to get back on their feet. If you want to do that or not is obviously free will. Yeah, and then we get communication. Ace of Swords is communication, is clarity, but is just news. A new start, a fresh start. Ace, new communications. When they're actually up for it and ready to do that, okay? So I would just give them time and space to heal. You've reached out. You've made it clear that, you know, you're open to communicate again. If they're in a rough spot where it's not the right time for them to move forward, wait for them to reach out and communicate to you. This is a beautiful card. Look at this. Bright, beautiful, you know, pleasant communication, message that's much more upbeat and bright as opposed to this very heavy energy. So leave it be for now, and you will hear from them again. Okay, Theo, my dear. Yeah, it's a nice deck, isn't it? So, Theo, are you... Yes, ace after the 10, exactly. Tell me about this Leo, Leo Theo. Tell me about this Leo Theo. Are we dating, yeah? And you're wondering about... Are we wondering about where this is going, yeah? Let's have a look. A lot of potential here, Theo, okay? This is nice. It's always nice to see. So this is Page of Pentacles. It's funny that you say that. We agreed to take things slow. Pentacles is slow moving energy. And sometimes it can be frustrating, yeah, when it's slow. It can make us fill those gaps with anxiety and doubt. So try to manage that if you feel it, and it's not a reflection of it's actually a good sign that things are moving slow. We're being sensible, we're not rushing in, we're actually really getting to know each other. And that's what they're doing here with this Page of Pentacles. You know, they've got this thing in their hand. It's a tangible, real connection. So this connection is real. It is mutual. It has got real potential. This beautiful gold pentacle that stands just behind this person here, which is them. And they're interested. They're looking at it intently, which is you, yeah? And they're figuring it out. They're getting to know you as you are getting to know them. So this is really nice to see, yeah? And I feel like taking it slow is exactly the right step, exactly the right energy. So don't try and rush this. Don't try and push this. Don't freak out with this. The devil card has come through. Hardly ever had the devil card at the minute. What I would say is that this is just a warning card, if anything, which is maybe about anxiety, when we touched on about anxiety and doubts, about the devil card tries to trick us into falling back into old toxic behaviors, Theo, which we all have, yeah, depending on whatever your experience has been in the past. But sometimes it can be that we try to rush things to make ourselves feel like, yes, this person likes us, you know, and that we can't, just about that kind of like maybe the temptation to question things or to rush things or whatever your toxic traits might be, to keep a handle on them. Or it could be even if there's anyone from the past that might even be lurking in the background here to try and lure you back into a toxic dynamic. But I think more so than that, it's about just being aware of not falling into these old habits. This is an opportunity to do things differently and to do things this way. So I don't know if you're feeling those temptations of that devil to fall back into old ways. It's just something to be aware of. When we like someone, those issues tend to come up, yeah? I'll leave it there. So, Danny baby, if you were here, let me know. Theo says, I tend to think negative thoughts, yeah. I wondered if he is dealing with someone else. However, he himself is a returning ex of mine. Oh, okay. So maybe that then, Theo, because they are an ex, not returning, I would say, just to recap on that devil card, not to go back into old habits of I suppose what brought things to an end for you, yeah? What didn't work out in the past. Let's not repeat those patterns. All the more important to take it slow. That's your only protection in that. As soon as we kind of rush in, then we make ourselves a lot more vulnerable. Okay, keep us posted, Theo. Okay, Danny, my love. This is for you. So Danny says, things ended with S the Pisces. He ended up putting me in a third-party situation. Oh my goodness. I put my hands on him. He pushed me to my limit. Now he's flaunting this relationship. What? I want to know if he has regrets for treating me poorly. Thank you, Seer. How messy. Messy, Danny, hey, of him. Yes, Theo, I'm glad that you agree, that you get it, what I'm saying. Keep us posted. Let's have a look where he's at. What's he thinking? What is he feeling? Things have took a left turn, yeah? Desperately trying to move on, yeah? He told you some awful things. Yeah, I mean, the shadow side of the Knight of Wands, Danny, is there is anger here, yeah? Wands is, we must remember, Wands is fire. So fire, when used correctly, you know, can be full of life, can be warming, can, you know, be a fantastic spark. All those good things that you can associate fire with and wands with. And then the shadow side is when, which is what I feel like is happening with this Pisces, is when our fire gets out of control. If you think of a wildfire, and becomes destructive, yeah, and their passion and their feelings for you they've kind of lost control, and there is anger here. I mean, beneath that there will be pain here. And the Knight of Wands is very impulsive as well. They're just charging forward. This relationship is without doubt a kind of rebound situation. The whole flaunting it in front of your face, do you know what I mean, is very an act of kind of angry revenge, you know, in order to do that. Can you see this? It's like their head's almost on fire, is what I'm seeing, if you can see it here. So they're kind of furious about this. They've kind of lost control a bit of their feelings. Danny says, so funny because the night before he told me he wants another chance to do all the right things. A lot of sweet talk, then the next day it hit the fan. Yeah. I mean, he's shown his other side, I suppose, Danny. Maybe this is, you know, that you dodged a bullet here. If you're seeing this nasty side, this angry side, this more out of control side. So protect yourself, protect your peace. I would say probably disengage with this person now and their fury. You don't need that in your life. And I know that the only way to shut this kind of behavior down really is to just cut contact, to go no contact. So don't respond or engage to negative messages or negative energy, or even if they try and lure you back in, because they'll probably flip the script again with you at some point once they calm down. Justice. You will have a fair outcome in the end. So I feel like you will have some kind of justice, Danny, where probably that they'll want to get back with you once everything's kind of simmered down. And hopefully then I feel like if you feel clear that will, obviously, you know, free will as such, but that you'll feel like, no, I don't want to go back to that. Preserve my peace, protect my peace. But justice is about you having a kind of gotcha moment, in the sense of you come out on top. And you do this by being calm, by rising above at this time. When things get messy, like, you need to get really centered, get really grounded, listen to your higher self, stay calm, don't engage in the messiness anymore. Danny says, yeah, I haven't spoken to him, he's not around. Okay, he can't come back around. Good. A lot of people are upset with him. I'm disappointed in him. Yeah, I mean, he showed his true colours, hasn't he? But he really has let it all get the better of him. And I feel like he's not thinking straight now. He's just in a very emotional, heightened state and angry, really hurt, angry, but there's no excuse to behave really badly and kind of lash out. So this is what you need to embody, Danny, just this, and then you will get a fair outcome. So you will get some kind of satisfaction at the end of this. Maybe the fact that they've kind of, I'm not saying that you want them to look bad, but that they've upset a lot of people, and it's kind of like that it's obvious that they're kind of in the wrong. Well, when you say does he regret, I feel like his emotions are running too high now for him to be in that state of regret. I feel like he's angry, so he's angry with you, he's angry with himself, he's angry in the situation. So yes, regret in that sense, because that's why he's having such a strong reaction. Does that make sense? It's like he's angry with the situation, and maybe if he knows that he's messed up, then that's part of it, but he wouldn't be in any place yet to admit that. He's just charging forward, he's just running forward, he's just in a kind of blaze of glory at now, if that makes sense. Yeah, he's not in touch with his regret in a sadness way. I think maybe he is angry with himself and that he knows that he's messed up, but his ego would never admit that at this point. Yeah, he's in full kind of macho angry energy. When the dust settles, I think here we go, it's like this Two of Wands. He has this connection with you, and I think he did genuinely want a future with you. And he will eventually come back to that when he begins to kind of stand still again. When the dust settles, he won't remain here. Things will calm down. He will hit a wall at some point, and probably then the regret, he will feel more deeply then. And maybe at that point, this is when he may try to sweet talk you to make it work again. Yeah, but this is when you would get your justice moment by saying no. Not today, Satan, not today. Okay, I hope that resonated. I felt like that was quite a clear, strong message from Spirit there. So I hope that made sense. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the live there. A big fat no, yeah. So you will get your moment, Danny. You will get your moment of justice, yeah. Okay, I'm going to end the live there. I will be, for anyone who didn't receive a reading today, I will be live again on Friday if you can join us then. Thank you all so much for joining today, though, and I hope the messages that you received brought you some clarity, peace, and some inspiration for the days ahead. Remember to always take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and always trust your own inner guidance. Thank you so much. Big thanks to Namira and to Geeta for moderating. It is greatly appreciated and makes my life so much easier. And like I say, I'll be back live again, resuming normal schedule, live every Monday and Friday. So make sure to click the notification bell so you get notified when I do go live or post any videos. But until then, love and light to you all. Really glad to be back and reconnect with you. Love and light, guys. Love and light.